Have you ever met a person who doesn't try to impress anyone? They don't speak much. They don't seek attention. Yet, when they enter a room, something shifts. The air calms. People notice, not because of noise, but because of a profound, quiet presence. This magnetism has nothing to do with looks or wealth. It comes from a deep, inner energy. The Stoics called it inner fortitude. In a world screaming for attention, the less you strive for it, the more powerfully it finds you. True allure isn't about what you show. It's about how you make others feel. People are drawn not to perfection, but to peace. Not to the loudest voice, but to the calmest presence. Astrakis, this is the power of Stoic magnetism. And today, I will share with you 6 timeless habits to cultivate it. From first, if this idea of quiet strength resonates with you, I want you to write in the comments right now, *inner peace. Pawn. Let's begin this journey together. Habit 1, the art of deep listening. Times in an age of constant talking, the rarest and most magnetic skill is the ability to truly listen. Most people listen only to reply. Their minds are busy formulating their next point. But Stoic listening is an act of silent strength. It means quieting your own mind to fully receive another. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason." When you listen with complete presence, without interruption, without judgment, without glancing away, you give someone a priceless gift, the feeling of being seen. This focused attention doesn't weaken you. It showcases your self-control and respect. In a noisy room, the person who listens becomes the calm, compelling center. Practice this. In your next conversation, listen only to understand. Let your silence be a safe space. You will be remembered not for what you said, but for how you made the other person feel. Habit 2, cultivating unshakable inner calm. Imagine a person who remains composed when chaos erupts. Their serenity isn't indifference, it's mastery. The Stoics believed peace isn't the absence of turmoil, but the ability to maintain harmony within despite it. Marcus Aurelius wrote that tranquility comes from living in accordance with reason. Your mind is like water. When it is still, everything becomes clear. This calm is a daily discipline. When faced with stress, pause, ask, "Is this within my control?" If yes, act. If no, release it. This simple Stoic filter saves immense energy. People are instinctively drawn to calm individuals the way one seeks shelter in a storm. They radiate safety and stability. To build this, spend time in purposeful silence each day. Let the mental waves settle. Your calm will then speak louder than any words. Habit 3, speaking with purposeful intent. Times, there are those who speak volumes and say nothing, and then there are those who say few words, yet each one carries weight. Stoic speech is measured and intentional. Epictetus advised, "Be silent, or let your words be worth more than silence." This means thinking before you speak, ensuring your words are true, necessary, and kind. A purposeful speaker isn't driven by ego or the need to win. They speak to add value, not noise. Their words align with their actions, building unwavering trust. This also applies to your inner dialogue. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and patience you strive to offer others. When your external speech and internal narrative are rooted in respect, you emit a consistent, trustworthy energy that draws people in. Habit 4, embracing adversity with grace. Times, your character isn't revealed in easy times, but in difficult ones. Stoicism teaches us to see obstacles not as misfortunes, but as essential training. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle is the way." This is the principle of amor fati, loving your fate, the person who can face hardship, betrayal, or failure without bitterness, and instead ask, "What is this here to teach me?" possesses a rare, compelling strength. This resilience is magnetic. It shows a depth that polished perfection never can. People never forget the one who stood steady in the storm. Your quiet courage in adversity becomes a living testimony of your inner power, inspiring others without you saying a word. Habit 5, prioritizing integrity over approval. My quickest way to lose your magnetic core is to live for the approval of others. The Stoics held that living virtuously by your own principles is infinitely more important than being liked. Seneca warned against enslaving yourself to public opinion. When you bend your values to fit in, you become forgettable. When you stand firm in them, you become respected. Integrity means your actions match your words, especially when it's difficult. It means saying no when it's right, even if it disappoints. This consistency builds a reputation of trust. People may not always agree with you, but they will know where you stand. And in a world of shifting masks, that certainty is powerfully attractive. Habit 6. Committing to progress, not perfection. Perfection is a paralyzing illusion. Stoic magnetism comes from a commitment to continuous growth, not a flawless facade. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that to fall and rise again is still progress. A person dedicated to bettering themselves, open about their journey, humble about their mistakes, radiates an authentic, inspiring energy. They focus on the effort, not the uncontrollable outcome. This mindset frees you from the fear of failure and makes you relatable. People are drawn to genuine progress because it gives them permission to grow as well. Instead of asking, "Am I perfect?" ask, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" This focus on the journey makes you resilient, authentic, and deeply magnetic. In closing, remember this: magnetism isn't a technique you perform. It is a character you build. It is the sum of listening deeply, cultivating calm, speaking with purpose, facing adversity with courage, valuing integrity, and embracing growth. When you master these habits, you stop seeking light from others. You become the source. You no longer chase attention. You attract respect. You become the calm, grounded presence that people naturally gravitate toward, not for what you can give them, but for the peace they find in who you are. If you are ready to build this unshakable inner strength, comment, "I choose growth" below. Like this video, share it with someone who needs this wisdom, and subscribe for more. Let's walk this path of true, lasting magnetism together. Fire.